Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Roberto Hernandez Stadium for another great day of Pacer baseball as the USC Aiken Pacers will take on the Young Harris Mountain Lions. Pacers coming off of their first road trip series, a 3-game series against Mount Olive, dropped the first 2 games of the series for their first 2 losses on the year. However, they came back and took the final game to come home winners, and they boast a 9-2 overall record and a perfect 7-0 at home.
Yeah, they also picked up that win on Wednesday, I believe that was, against the Payne Lions here at Roberto Hernandez Stadium, winning that one 19-10.
So Pacers having some success on offense, 19-10. Always good to see your offense producing.
Yeah, in baseball, you see your team put up 19 runs. You got a lot to be proud of.
Problem is they gave up 10 runs, but they won't look at that so much as the fact that they managed to win the game.
Well, every team has areas where they struggle and areas where they could use a little bit of work.
And the Pacers today, starting off with Connor Riley on the mound. Looking at the rest of the Pacer infield, we have Connor Durden, who will be catching for Connor Riley. Over at first base, Brian Pereira, followed by Skylar Mercado at second. The shortstop, Tyler Ammerman, and the third baseman for today's game, Dalton Weeks. Going out into the outfield, center fielder Jose Bonilla. Mitchell Price is over in left, and over in right field, Niall Goings. So Goings getting a couple more starts now.
Yeah, I got a couple players in the lineup you don't traditionally see. Durden out behind the plate. That should be interesting to see. He's had a nice year hitting so far in the appearances that he has had. I believe he's hitting somewhere in the 530 range.
545 average for Connor Durden right now with 4 home runs and 9 RBIs. And Niall Goings also having himself a year, batting .438. So he's really stepping up his game. And we're just about ready to get underway here. Leading things off for the Young Harris Mountain Lions, we have the center fielder Royce Woolfolk. And the first pitch from Connor Riley is low and away for ball 1, and we are underway. The 1-0. Right down the middle for a call strike.
Yeah, Riley looking to bounce back after his performance against Mount Olive the other day. Only lasted 1 inning, gave up 8 runs in that one, so he'll hope to correct a couple of those issues and have a better outing here today.
And that hurt his ERA. He's boasting a 6.97, almost a full 7 ERA, with 1 win and 1 loss in 3 appearances. Inside, 2-1 the count. He started 3 games, but he only has that 1-1 record, looking to try to get his numbers back up to snuff, I guess you could say.
Yeah, he absolutely dominated his first 2 appearances for the season.
Grounder, hopping over to second. Mercado loses it on the transfer, and that will allow Woolfolk to make it safely to first base.
Yeah, it's a bummer for Mercado. He went to grab it out of his glove. I guess he brought his glove up too fast and slipped right out of the webbing and off in towards Ammerman at short.
That happens to the best of them. Mercado not doing as well as some of the rest of the team. Lowest in fielding percentage at .935, which you're still over .9, so.
Yeah, still not bad.
As long as I know in some sports, if you're doing .9 or better, you're still doing pretty well for yourself. So now up Luke Miller, the DH, with 1 on and nobody out. He fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Yeah, Luke Miller batting .270 on the year. No home runs and 7 RBIs to his name. And the 0-1 as the runner goes, and it's fouled off, and Woolfolk will have to head back to first.
Yeah, Durden punching the glove there, a little bit upset that he let that one get past him, but as you mentioned, fouled off, so nothing to feel too bad about.
They'll have an 0-2 count. Riley taking his time. And a call time here from Miller. Was expecting somebody to call it at this point. Now the 0-2. Foul tip, and Durden a little upset that he couldn't hold on to that. Would have been a strikeout.
Yeah, he'll want that one back, but
So the count will stay at 0-2. And he'll just miss with that curveball. Count 1-2. Check throw over to first. Wolfolk heading back safely. Now the 1-2 from Riley. Popped up into right field. Goings tracking it and makes the catch for the first out.
The shortstop, number 2, Zach Odom.
And that'll bring up the shortstop and the start of the Zach attack, Zach Odom. He'll be followed by the first baseman, Zach Wall, and then followed by the third baseman, Zach Begg. So 3 Zachs in a row due up.
Odom having quite a year for himself, hitting .396 on the season with 19 hits and 48 appearances. 5 doubles on the year, 8 RBIs.
Another check throw to first. Fouled off and out of play. Count now 0-1 to Odom. The 0-1 to Odom. Low and away, and the runner's going to head on over to second. Throw is off target, but in time as Skyler Mercado applies the tag for the second out.
And that had some heat behind it from Durden. A little bit off target, as you mentioned, but when it's going that fast, I think you can spare a few inches to the left.
All that matters is you get the tag in time, and Skyler Mercado, with a quick sweeping motion of his glove, got the tag. So now 2 down and nobody on. Here in the top of the first, as it's grounded to third. Weeks picks it up with his glove. Throw over to first in time for the third and final out. So it's an unorthodox 1-2-3 inning for the Pacers as we go into the bottom of the first, no score. And welcome to the bottom of the first inning. Marcus Johnson along with Jordan Phillips here at the Burt as the Pacers taking on the Young Harris Mountain Lions. Jose Bonilla will lead things off for USC Aiken.
Bonilla continuing his solid season, 413 overall average. Showing bunt on that one.
And first pitch in there for call strike. On the mound for the Mountain Lions, we have Michael Livingston. That one's going to be hit into left field and fair for base hit. And Bonilla rounding first as the ball rolls into the corner. He's going into second, and he will make it in there with a stand-up double.
Well, that's not a bad way to lead off the game.
Certainly
with a
not.
stand-up double from Jose Bonilla. He absolutely ripped that one into left field, didn't he? That one rolled all the way to the wall, out in foul territory.
Had a bit of a spin on it. Thought it was going to hook foul, but it stayed fair enough.
Those are the most dangerous ones.
So Bonilla leading things off with that stand-up double. That'll bring up Mitchell Price. Price, the left fielder today.
Price a little out of place, hitting at second rather than his normal third.
Just shifting the order around a little bit. Got Connor Durden actually in there at third. He's had a hot enough bat, why not? And a bunt here from Price, and it's a beauty as it's rolling and stops before going foul.
Wow, what a gorgeous bunt that was. I mean, it just died once it hit the dirt, rolled a little bit, had a tricky roll to it. That was a beautiful effort from Mitchell Price on that bunt.
And I think they're going to try to contest this. Young Harris trying to contest this possibly. And after the umpires convene, they say it was a fair ball. I think they said it may have hit the plate on that bunt.
I'm not sure what it hit, but that was a beautiful bunt laid down by Mitchell Price. Absolutely gorgeous.
And it just died. It started rolling foul, and then it died. And Mitchell Price is using his speed. Gets to first safely, and now there's runners on the corners for Connor Durden with nobody down. And Price takes off for second, throws low. They're going to throw over to third, and they got him. Jose Bonilla got a little too far away from the bag, and they'll pick him off at third base for the first out.
What a smart play that was by the catcher that time. He knew he had no chance to get Price at second, so why not take a shot at third? He had Bonilla leaning too far off the bag, and he got him. It was a smart heads-up play by the Young Harris defense.
So now Mitchell Price over on second base, still a runner in scoring position for the Pacers, but one down and one on for Durden now. And a swing and a miss for strike one evens the count up at 1-1.
Mighty hack from Durden that time. I think he might have been trying to put that one through the wall.
Well, it certainly would add nullify the pain of getting picked off, I think, from Bonilla. The 1-1. Lined, past the third baseman and into left field for a base hit. Price is going to round third and head for home. Throw to the cutoff man, throw to the plate is not in time, and it's an RBI single for Connor Durden.
That was great base running from Price that time. Never slowed down, never held up. Beautiful slide to get in under the tag at home plate. And that's an RBI for Connor Durden.
The Pacers take an early 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning as Zach Moon steps to the plate. Moon batting as the DH and cleanup man in today's game. And he's got a runner on first and only one out. And Moon fouls the first pitch backhand out of play.
And Moon ambushed a first pitch solo shot home run in the first inning against Payne the other day. He absolutely crushed it over the left field wall.
To be expected of Zach Moon to send a few moon shots out there into the outfield.
And he'll be looking to do the same today.
And the 0-1. A little bit high. Moon able to lay off of it, though. Count 1-1. And the 1-1 to Boone. That'll go right down the pipe for strike 2.
That was a nice pitch there.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on first base. Pacers leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. And a check throw to first. And Durden got a little tied up in the dirt there, made it back safely though.
That was a quick little move from Livingston that time to try that pickoff play.
And now the 1-2 from Livingston. Also high, evens the count up again at 2-2. And Moon hits a blooper to second. That'll be caught for the second out. And Durden wisely holds up and stays at first base.
Nice defensive effort on that one by Yasalga.
First baseman number
And Moon
32.
just got a little bit on the inside of his bat and up
Yep.
on the top of it. Not much you can do in that situation except hope for a good landing of the ball. But that'll bring up Brian Pereira with 1 on and 2 down.
Yeah, it was a weird ball coming off his bat for sure.
Best case scenario with that is it lands in front of the fielder and takes an awkward spin in the other direction.
Yeah.
There's pitch breaking into the strike zone for strike 1.
But honestly, for the Pacers at least, Yasalga getting to that one was probably the best case scenario because had he not, he honestly probably could have shot for a double play.
Yeah, infield fly rule may have also come into effect at that point. Ground ball over the head of the first baseman wall and into right field for a base hit for Pereira.
Nice hit by Pereira. Hit that one right over the first baseman's head.
So Pereira answering right back after that to put 2 on and 2 out for Niall Goings, the right fielder.
Goings hitting .438 on the year, as you mentioned earlier. He's currently 7 of 16, so not a bad start to the season for Goings and his few plate opportunities.
He came in after only a couple weeks ago after only having 3 at-bats, and he crushed it, going, I believe, at least 4 for 5 in that game.
I believe he was...
I can look it up in just a second here.
I think he was 3 for 4 with 2 walks.
I will look that up just to make sure.
Yeah, that was against Shepherd.
So 1-0 count to Niall Goings. And count even at 1-1 as that one finds the strike zone. Yeah, 3 for 4 with a single, or 2 singles, a double, 2 walks, and 2 runs scored. And that was his first day of starting for this team, and he certainly impressed. And he'll foul that one off of his foot for strike 2.
Yeah, he showed that on days where maybe Luke Westerberg's had a few games back to back to back, Goings can come in and he can get you a good start out there. He can get you some good plate appearances. He's got solid defensive work out there in right field.
I remember last year his bat was hot and cold last year. His fielding was about the same as the year went on, but that bat was his biggest problem, and he sat out a lot of games. So it's good to see him rebounding this year as he faces a 1-2 count. It's a fly ball into right field, foul territory, and a sliding catch by Sexton for the third and final out. So the Pacers will leave a couple stranded, but they do get 1 run here in the bottom of the first. It's 1-0 Pacers. And welcome back to USC Aiken Baseball, presented by Willie Jewell's Barbecue. Pacers leading 1-0 as we start up the top of the second inning. Leading things off for the Young Harris Mountain Lions will be Zach Wall, number 2 in that three-man Zach attack. And the first pitch from Connor Riley, inside corner for strike one.
The Zach attack.
I'm going to have a lot of fun with that this series.
You almost got to wonder if the coach for Young Harris didn't do that on purpose.
He may have. He may have. The 0-1. Ooh, coming at the head there of Mr. Wall, and it will be a 1-1 count.
Yeah, that one was hot in there, coming right at his head. Did a good job getting out of the way of that one.
You never want to get hit in the head. I know it's understatement of the year, but still. The 1-1. Fouled straight back. And count 1-2. Curveball bouncing to third. Long throw to first. The stretch by Pereira. And that'll be good for the first out.
Yeah, Weeks has such a good arm out there at third base. Making a lot of those long throws over to Pereira at first, making him look easy as well.
It's a little deceptive, too, because it almost looks like he's not putting a lot behind the ball, but he obviously is getting it there in time. Of course, it helps when you have a guy like Brian Pereira over there to make the stretch and pick it up. He's 6'4", so he's got a lot of height.
Yeah, we were talking about Pereira and how he had all that height over there at first.
First pitch inside a little bit for ball one to Zach Beggs.
Yeah, Chip and I were discussing that last time, talking about how he reminded me of Freddie Freeman of the Atlanta Braves. Big, tall guy out there at first with a lot of movement, a lot of mobility as well.
He's just an excellent first baseman all around. The 1-0. Foul back, count 1-1. And the 1-1. Inside, gets past Durden, but it doesn't matter. Nobody on base. And the count 2-1. I remember my days of Little League. Even when nobody was on base and the ball got by, the opposing team would always yell, "He's going! He's going!" Occasionally they would get a catcher to start panicking, but... And the 2-1 pitch, a fly ball into left field. Price has a beat on it and makes the catch for the second out.
Fielder number 21, Rudy Gaona.
And Rudy Gaona comes up now. We are done with the Zach attack. And he comes up with nobody on and 2 down here in the top of the second. Just a little bit inside from Riley for ball one. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss. He evens the count up at 1-1.
This is a big swing from Guyana that time.
And the 1-1 to Gaona. Another swing and a miss. Got him chasing after curveball going to the outside. And they count now 1-2. And another swing and a miss for strike 3 and the third and final out here in the second. Pacers maintain their 1-0 lead as we go into the bottom of the second with that score. And welcome to the bottom of the second inning. Dalton Weeks will lead things off for the Pacers as they lead the Young Harris Mountain Lions 1-0.
And Weeks had a solo shot of his own in that game against Payne the other day, showing off some of the pop he has in his bat.
And he hits a fly ball into center field, drifting over towards right field, and it will be caught by Woolfolk for the first out.
And even there, nice well-hit ball by Weeks. Just didn't quite have enough carry to get out of the ballpark.
And Weeks certainly showing off power. And he just has to get a little more distance.
Yeah.
That'll bring up Tyler Ammerman, the shortstop for USC Aiken. First pitch just missing the strike zone, but it looked like a good pitch from up here. Count 1-0. Coming inside this time, 2-0. Two-0 misses high. They count 3-0. And Ammerman thought it would be ball 4, but the umpire thought differently, and it'll be strike 1.
Yeah, he tried to do a little bit of convincing there, but wasn't quite having it.
Now the 3-1 pitch to Ammerman. This one definitely is ball 4 as it's low and inside, and Ammerman will draw the 5-pitch walk.
Good at bat from Ammerman. Didn't swing at anything because he didn't need to.
As long as you get on base, you can make things happen. And it'll bring up Skyler Mercado now, the number 9 man in the Pacer order.
Mercado hitting .355 on the year, not bad.
This one high and inside for ball 1. And Mercado last year would lead off the Pacer batting order, but this year they have him in the bottom of the order. But for a similar reason, that way when you come around to the top of the order, you probably have possibly a good runner on first.
Exactly. And with somebody like Bonilla, you got to have him in your leadoff spot. I mean, he's quick. He's an intelligent base runner. He's great speed.
And you have both him and Mitchell Price batting in the number 1 and 2 spots. You get both of them on, and usually, unlike in the first inning where Bonilla got picked off at third, you usually got yourself a nasty 1-2 punch that, even if they're on first and second, as a routine single might score both of them.
Yeah, and especially with a guy like Zach Moon coming up not too far behind them.
Ooh, pitch just catching the outside corner, and the count even at 1-1. Another check throw to first. And they caught Ammerman leaning a little bit towards second, but he's able to get back in time. So the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Mercado trying to get a piece of that one to send it flying.
Yeah, big swing by Mercado that time. He wasn't trying to put that one in a little bloop single into left field. He was trying to send that one over the wall.
And the 1-2. Lined, foul, and out of play. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Skyler Mercado. And he has Tyler Ammerman sitting on first. And the 1-2. Curveball missing inside as Mercado just leans out of the way of it. And the count even at 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch, lined into left field for a base hit.
Nice hit by Mercado that time. Put it right by the third baseman there. He reached out to try and get a hand on it, but it was way too far out for him.
Yeah, Beggs. It came at him really fast, and he just couldn't react in time to pick that up.
Yeah, it was good bat speed. I mean, Mercado just turned on that one really quick and just zipped it right past through the infield.
So now 2 on and 1 out for Jose Bonilla, who doubled his first time up. However, was picked off at third base, wandering a little bit from the bag.
And it was on a funky play as well, as Price was stealing second.
Yeah, Price was going for second, and I believe Bonilla thought the throw was going to go to second. However, instead it came right at him at third base, and he just didn't have time to get back.
Yeah, it was just a heads-up play by the catcher for young Harris to make that throw over to third instead of taking the shot at second, which he probably wouldn't have got it because Price was already halfway there.
An 0-1 count now to Bonilla. And he lines one into right field. That'll be good for a base hit. And they're going to hold the runners to 1 bag each. So bases are loaded after the single by Jose Bonilla. And the Pacers trying to get something going here in the second.
Yeah, doing a good job of it. Bonilla going to both sides this game so far. One to deep left and that one into right field.
That's a sign of a good hitter. He can hit it anywhere in the ballpark and keep you guessing.
Yeah, he's just a great leadoff man for the Pacers this year. He's a great hitter. He's a great runner. He's exactly what you want out of a leadoff man.
I was a little concerned when I saw that Price wasn't in center field and that Price wasn't leading things off. I thought that he may have him be the leadoff man, but my concerns were for nothing, as Jose Bonilla has certainly filled in a great role here at USC Aiken.
Yeah, this was the first season we saw Jose Bonilla. Not a lot of us broadcasters or fans knew what to expect from him, but he looks fantastic.
Yeah, I think he was a little shaky his first couple at bats this year, but that was probably just for nerves.
Man, he's looked fantastic ever since and hasn't lost a step.
So a little meeting on the mound. The umpire goes on out and breaks things up. The bases are loaded for USC Aiken here in the bottom of the second inning. They lead Young Harris 1-0. And Mitchell Price will dig in. First pitch to Price. High and inside for ball 1. And the 1-0. Foul tipped into the glove of Ewald, and it will be even count at 1-1.
It's a long swing by Price that time.
The 1-1. Price tried to check his swing. They're going to appeal it to the field ump, and they'll say he did not go around, so the count 2-1.
Good play discipline by Price there to hold up on that one. I know it looked like one he could get a bat on, but he held up at just the last second, seeing him go out of the zone. It was a good job by him.
Yeah, very close to going full swing on that. But we'll have a 2-1 count here. And he'll foul tip the next pitch. Count 2-2. Price's first time up, he singled, had that stolen base, and he is responsible for the only Pacer run at this point. Came around to score. Two-two pitch. Foul back, and we'll do it all over. And a call of time here. Like Price had a fly in his face.
Yeah, he was waving around there.
I remember from my days out in the outfield, those little sand gnats buzzing around. It can be quite annoying as the 2-2 comes in. And it will be swing and a miss for Mitchell Price for strike 3 and the second out.
Yeah, it was a nice pitch from Livingston off the plate, just low. A great pitch.
So I'll bring up Connor Durden. RBI single his first time up. And he has the bases loaded with 2 down. Chance to extend this Pacer 1-0 lead. First pitch. Just missing the strike zone for ball 1. And the 1-0. Inside part of the plate evens the count up at 1-1.
Durden with a chance to make a big impact on this game here. Maybe make a case for some future starts in a situation like this.
Certainly one of those situations where he can make a name for himself. And the 1-1. Breaking ball misses inside, 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch popped up, foul territory, and out of play. And right off the roof of the Pacer baseball offices. Don't think anybody's in there, though.
I'd be surprised if there were.
So 2-2 count to Connor Durden now with 2 outs and the bases loaded in the bottom of the second inning. And a swing and a miss for Connor Durden. And the Pacers will leave the bases loaded as we close out the bottom of the second. It's still 1-0 as we go into the top of the third. And welcome back to Roberto Hernandez Stadium, where the USC Aiken Pacers are battling the Young Harris Mountain Lions. It's a 1-0 game as we go into the top of the third inning.
Yeah, the Pacers had an opportunity to increase their lead last inning, but unable to come up with any runs.
Bases loaded with only 1 man down. They weren't able to capitalize, as both the next batters, being Price and Durden, went down on strikes. And Riley deals to Corey Ewald, the catcher for the Mountain Lions, leading things off, and the count 1-0. That's going to be a liner over the head of Weeks for a base hit. So the Mountain Lions have their first hit of the night.
Beautiful little bloop hit from Ewald.
The second baseman, number 7.
That breaks up the no-hitter.
It's funny. I was just thinking that. I looked over. I was like, oh, we got a no-hitter going on.
And the farthest I've seen a no-hitter go at this ballpark, of course I've only been doing this as my second year, has been 6 innings. And I was getting a little excited, and then all of a sudden, right in the top of the 7th inning, just a nice little blooper base hit into center field ruined everything.
Yeah, it was a similar experience for me. I wasn't a baseball game, but over the first doubleheader for softball, Haley Elkins had a no-hitter going through 4 innings, I think. And the Pacers were leading 8-0 at that time, so the 5th inning would have been the last one, and she gave up a hit. I was really bummed out about that, but it was close.
And still a one-hitter, though. Excellent outing, no matter who you are.
Yeah, definitely not a bad one.
And the 0-1 count. Misses inside to Yaselga. Check throw over to first. Ewald gets back in time, however. And 1-1 as the runner goes. Swing and a miss for the strike, too. Throw is way off the mark, though. That'll be a stolen base for Corey Ewald. Interesting, a catcher stealing a base.
Yeah, it's not something you see a lot. I was thinking that as he went. I was like, really? The catcher is stealing, but Durden had enough velocity behind that one to get him. Unfortunately, it just wasn't on target. He pulled it a little off the bag there to the left.
Yeah, high and to the left, and not going to get a lot of base stealers with that kind of a throw, but he's gotten one already today. So it'll be a runner on second with nobody out and 2 strikes. And Riley steps off the rubber for a moment. And now we're going to have a little meeting on the mound. Very quick meeting, possibly just going over the signs with a runner on second base, possibly changing things up.
Probably change your pitching approach now with no outs and a man on second.
And the 1-2 misses outside, 2-2. Two-two pitch, swing and a miss, and Yaselga goes down on strikes for the first out.
That was a good pitch by Riley. Had a lot of heat behind it. Nice deceptively low it was. Just a good pitch.
That brings us to the number 9 man, right fielder Nick Sexton. Made a nice sliding catch out in right field to end the first inning. So he's got a good glove. Let's see how his bat does with 1 on and 1 out. Tried to hold up on that swing, but he went around for strike 1. In the 0-1. That'll also find the strike zone 0-2.
That was a nice pitch there. Just painted that outside corner.
Just enough to get the call. And the 0-2 pitch. Just missing a little bit low. This time he's trying to paint a different corner. And the count 1-2.
Yeah, just not quite able to that time around. A little bit low, I believe.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Outside corner breaking ball. Gets him looking for the second out.
Gosh, what a beautiful pitch that was. He's doing a great job of painting that corner, that outside corner so far in this game.
Outside and inside corners both. He's got excellent control tonight, and we'll see if he can keep that up. But so far so good for Connor Riley as he's got 2 down. Runner still on second base, however, and that runner is the tying runner. That brings us to the top of the order with Royce Woolfolk. Reached on an error and was caught stealing his first time up.
Yeah, Riley abandoned the corner that time. Got him right down the pipe there.
Yeah, erased the transition error by Skyler Mercado. So I'm sure he feels very good about that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And an 0-1 count now to Woolfolk. And he'll foul that one out of play for strike 2.
And that would hit off the top of the fence there.
Luckily, no cars around. However, if there were any cars, you could bet they'd be insured by Denny McAllis' State Farm Insurance, meeting all of your insurance needs here in Aiken, South Carolina.
And you could probably take him to Tyler's Tire and Auto Center right after that to get it fixed up.
Yeah, and if you can't afford it, you could always talk to the South Carolina Education Lottery, play a couple of games, and take a chance and give a chance at the same time as we have a line drive, also foul. You know, I try to get them all in one sentence, and then they throw something like that at me.
We tried.
I've done it before.
A beautiful effort, beautiful segue, absolutely gorgeous. You're in mid-season form already.
I'll tell you, softball is when you can really do it because you got the cars parked right there, and you just go right into it and keep on going. But we got about halfway through the sponsors.
We got about 3 of 6 down. That was nice. That was a nice effort.
We'll get more as the game goes on.
Got to save a little bit, right?
Of course. So an 0-2 count now to Woolfolk. And trying to paint the corner again, just a little high and outside. That'll make the count 1-2.
Oh, and as we were mentioning earlier that neither of us had tried Willie Jewell's barbecue yet. I actually tried it the other day. It's fantastic. Delicious.
I still haven't tried it.
Oh, you got to get over there, man. It's absolutely delicious.
I'm on a bit of a strict diet right now, so I'm going to have to wait for cheat day. Never mind. I can do it whenever. The 1-2. Oh, just missing a beautiful pitch by Riley. Just couldn't get the call. And excellent job by Woolfolk to lay off of it. Evens the count up at 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him chasing one outside for the third and final out. So Connor Riley strikes out the side after giving up a leadoff base hit. As we go into the bottom of the third inning, Pacers still lead it 1-0. And welcome to the bottom of the third inning. Pacers lead the Mountain Lions 1-0 as Zach Moon digs in. First pitch to Moon inside for ball one. Moon's first at bat was an unfortunate off the handle of the bat fly out to second.
Yeah, weird little curving pop.
And that curveball misses for ball two. The 2-0. And Moon rockets one foul and out of play.
Ooh, goodness gracious.
Half a second later on that, it would have been gone.
Yeah, he got all of that one, boy. Woo-wee. It's always fun to see those foul balls fly off Zach Moon's bat. I mean, he just rockets them out of the park.
It'd be more fun if they were fair, but the 2-1 pitch to Moon as he swings and misses at that one to even things up.
I still remember that one he hit straight to dead center against Shepard that day.
That was a good 410 feet, if not more. As he pops this pitch up into left field. And that one will be caught by Gaona for the first out.
The first baseman, number 32, Brian Pereira.
And Brian Pereira steps up now with one down and nobody on. Singled his first time up. And the first pitch to Pereira. Slow grounder to first. That'll be picked up and stepped on the bag by Wall for the second out.
Right fielder, number 34, Niall Goings.
And it brings up Niall Goings. Flew out in foul territory on the sliding catch by Sexton to end things in the first, his first time up. And he hits a fly ball into deep left field. On the track at the wall, it is gone. A solo home run for Niall Goings, and the Pacers lead it 2-0.
Boy, Goings got all of that when he hit it seemed like about 200 feet up in the air.
Oh, yeah, that sucker was above the lights, well above the lights.
Oh, yeah, that was a towering home run, and it went a good ways, too. He absolutely got all of that one. I guess that one was probably a breaker that just hung over the plate. Goings saw that and just launched it.
And after the first pitch home run by Niall Goings, we'll see Dalton Weeks come up.
And he's another one with some pop in his bat, so watch out. We might have back-to-backs here.
First pitch inside for strike one. The 0-1. Grounder to third. Beggs throws to first for the third and final out, but the Pacers add another one after a towering home run by Niall Goings. They lead it 2-0 as we go into the top of the fourth inning. And welcome back to USC Aiken Baseball, presented by Willie Jewell's Barbecue. Pacers lead the Mountain Lions of Young Harris by a score of 2-0, thanks to Niall Goings' solo shot in the bottom of the third. Leading things off for Young Harris, Luke Miller, the DH, flew out his first time up, and will let the first pitch go by right by his face for ball one. And the 1-0, also coming high and inside, 2-0. Grounder, just short. Ammerman picks it up, throws it to first for the first out.
Nice throw by Ammerman. That one had some zip behind it, and it had to in order to get to first in time. It was deep short. Nice play by Ammerman.
And we're back to the Zach attack. Zach Odom up with nobody on and one out. Grounded out to third his first time up. Show a bunt, pulls it back, but it's in there for strike one anyway. The 0-1. Check swing. Did he go? They say he did. And the count 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. We'll do it over again. Once again, the 0-2 to Odom. Just a bit high, 1-2. And Riley deals. Try to get him to chase one outside. They'll appeal it. Seeing if he went around, he did not. And it's a good call there by the field ump. And the count even at 2-2.
Yeah, he held that one up just before his bat broke the front of the plate. Good call.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 man down and nobody on here in the top of the 4th inning. And low and outside, try to get him to chase again. However, Odom lays off and he manages to work an 0-2 count full. And the 3-2 pitch, fouled off and out of play. And once again, the 3-2. Lined on a hop to Mercado. Throw to first, a bit low, but Pereira picks it up anyway for the second out.
It was a good effort by Mercado on that one. That one hit I think that hit just between the edge of the dirt and the grass, and those can take a tricky hop sometimes. So that was a good job by him to corral that one and keep it from flipping on into the outfield.
A good thing he didn't misplay that ball. He could have gone and taken a dive for it, tried to make the catch, but he laid back a little bit, picked it up on the hop, and got it to first for the second out. So with 2 down, Zach Wall to the plate. And Wall swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. Wall grounded out his first time up. And the 0-1. Curveball misses outside, 1-1. Just on the outside corner in the count, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. On the outside corner for a call, strike 3. Riley painting the corner once again. Strikes him out for the 3rd and final out and his 5th strikeout of the night. As we go into the bottom of the 4th inning, Pacers still lead the Mountain Lions 2-0. And we go into the bottom of the 4th inning. Pacers leading 2-0 over Young Harris. And Tyler Ammerman will come to the plate to get things started. And he lines one into right field. And that one will be caught by Sexton for the first out.
Yeah, it's a bummer for Ammerman. That was a nice hit ball. If Sexton had been a little bit further towards foul ground, that would have been a hit.
So it's 1 down now as Skylar Mercado steps to the plate. Singled his first time up. First pitch inside part of the plate for strike 1. The 0-1 misses outside, evens the count up at 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count now to Mercado.
I've never known you to miss an opportunity to point out the streak there, but we had number 11 at bat with 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. I've never known you to miss one of those.
I didn't feel like doing it today. The 1-2 to Mercado. Low and away in the dirt. Count 2-2.
You're usually all over those. Just wanted to check on you, make sure everything was okay.
Yeah, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Maybe a little bit later.
Maybe next time around.
So 2-2 count now to Skylar Mercado. And that one going to catch the inside corner of the plate, and Mercado goes down looking for the second out.
The center fielder, number 4, Jose Mejia.
That brings up Jose Bonilla in the top of the order. 2 for 2 with a double and a single. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. And that will be in there for a strike as Bonilla tried to bunt it away. No good in the count 1-1. Catching that outside corner once again, and the count 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch to Bonilla. Grounded, foul. A 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pacers leading 2-0 with Jose Bonilla at the plate. And he swings and misses at that one for the strikeout and the 3rd out. So Pacers go down 1-2-3. We're going into the top of the 5th inning, still 2-0. And we enter the top of the 5th inning with USC Aiken leading Young Harris 2-0. Leading things off for the Mountain Lions, Zach Beggs flew out his first time up. And Riley deals the first pitch to Beggs, which is on the corner for strike 1. The 0-1. Curveball just misses a bit low, and the count 1-1. Grounder to second. Mercado waits for it, picks it up, throws it to first for the first out. And Rudy Gaona comes up to the plate now, struck out his first time up.
Riley continuing to impress in this outing here. 1 hit so far, no runs.
You can add his control as a major factor to that.
Yeah, he's been hitting his spots beautifully.
Except for theirs is a little high and inside.
A little high and inside, but nothing wrong with that.
Of course, he could have been playing that way. He could be trying to get inside the batter's head. I've seen it plenty of times at all levels.
Yeah, could be just trying to establish a little bit, trying to get him back off the plate a little bit, give himself some more room.
Now the 1-0 from Riley. Low and away. Count 2-0. Two-0 pitch. Goes all the way to the backstop. Over the head of Durden. As we were saying, he has great control. Sends one all the way to the backstop, and he's got a 3-0 count on Gaona.
And now it seems we are the fools.
That's usually how it happens. Broadcaster says something, and it jinxes everything.
There you go.
That pitch right down the middle, however, 3-1.
He hit his spot that time.
And the 3-1 pitch. That one down the middle, too, and Riley manages to work the count full. And the 3-2 pitch. Just misses low. And Gaona manages to draw the walk.
Yeah, that did just miss. I mean, that was just barely outside the strike zone.
And Corey Ewald comes up. Singled and stole a base his first time up. He's got a runner on first base with only one out. And a check throw to first. Not in time as Gaona dives back. Fouled straight back. And the count 0-1. And the 0-1. Inside, 1-1.
Real far inside that time. I think Ewald might have been able to feel that one brush his jersey.
Quite possibly. Count 1-1 now to Ewald. High hopper back to the mound. Riley takes it himself, flips to first for one, and that's all they're going to get.
Nice little bit of defensive effort there. The Gold Glove pitching performance from Riley.
The second baseman, number 7, Adrian Casella.
So that'll put a runner on second base as Yaselga comes to the plate. Struck out his first time up. And it has a chance to make this a one-run game with just a single swing of the bat or tie things up if he sends it out. And the first pitch is in there for strike one. The 0-1 from Riley. Curveball misses low and away for ball one. 1-1. Inside corner, strike two. And the 1-2 pitch. Low and away. Durden able to hold on to it, though, and to keep the runner right where he is at second.
Good job to corral that one by Durden. That one could have spelled a lot of trouble if it hadn't gotten past him.
And the 2-2. High and away, 3-2. Yaselga digs in, waits his 3-2 pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second, 2-0 the score here in the top of the 5th inning. As O'Reilly deals, and it's fouled off, and we'll have to do it over.
Good at bat here from Yaselga. He's taking a lot of nice defensive swings here to work this count full.
And the 3-2 again. Misses high and away for ball 4, and that'll put runners on first and second now for the Mountain Lions.
And just as we said something, yeah. Riley starts to struggle a little bit here. Nothing too crazy, just a little bit of control issues.
The thing we were praising earlier on.
Yeah, the thing we were mentioning that he had done a great job of earlier, but that's how it happens sometimes. Riley's still with a good chance to get out of this inning unharmed.
Still 2 down, but 2 on now for the Mountain Lions as Sexton digs in. Sexton struck out his first time up. And he swings and misses at the first pitch. He was trying to get a hold of that one and send it flying.
Yeah, he certainly was, but Riley was able to blow that one past him.
And the 0-1 fouled off the head of Durden. That's going to wake him up if he was taking a little snooze.
Yeah, I would say that's a safe bet.
And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away, but Durden applies the tag for the third and final out. So Riley works himself into a jam and then works himself right out of it with the strikeout of Sexton. We're going into the bottom of the 5th inning. Pacers still up 2-0. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning of USC Aiken Baseball, presented by Willie Jules Barbecue. I'm Marcus Johnson, and along with Jordan Phillips, thank you for joining us on this rather nice February evening.
It's a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day all day. It was nice. About 75 outside. The sun was shining. The birds were chirping. It was beautiful. As Mitchell Price takes a big hack at that one and misses away. 0-1 the count. Yeah, enjoying some great weather, especially for the middle of February.
And the 0-1 pitch to Price comes inside, misses, 1-1. Price 1 for 2 today with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. And the 1-1. Inside corner. Count 1-2. And Price able to lay off that curveball outside the zone. And the count even at 2-2. Price will foul that off, keep the count right where it is, and stay alive for another pitch. And the 2-2. Curveball misses high and inside, and the count full.
Yeah, that one way high. That's not what you want out of your... But that one just seemed to raise up.
Price has speed. First out.
That was a great charging effort by Odom on that one. That's what you got to do as a defensive shortstop. You got to spear that ball. You got to get up on it and don't let it come to you. He ran right up to it. Made a beautiful play with his glove to scoop that one out and fired it over to first in time to get Mitchell Price.
Well, Price has proven he has speed, and this time he didn't win it out early on in the game, the first inning actually. He laid down a bunt and managed to, it was a beautiful bunt that just died in the grass, and he made his way to first base safe and sound. Now man up Connor Durden, RBI single in the first and a strikeout, making him 1 for 2, and he has an 0-1 count to start things off here in the 5th. Now pitch will miss, evens the count up at 1-1. There's a ground ball. That'll get through past the diving second baseman Yaselga for a base hit.
That's a nice piece of hitting by Durden.
I'll make him 2 for 3 today. And we'll see the big man himself, Zach Moon, step up.
The designated hitter, number 14, Zach Moon.
Zach Moon 0 for 2. He has some power in that bat when he needs it. And the first pitch to Moon. This is low and inside for ball 1.
I'm sure Moon would like to join Niall Goings in that home run category here in this game. Goings launched a bomb over the left field wall earlier.
Yeah, he got an absolute hold of that one and sent it flying.
Yeah,
It was Goings with the Moon shot, not Moon.
Yeah, it was a towering shot, too. It was, as you mentioned, when it happened, it was well over the lights here at Roberto Hernandez Stadium.
So 2-0 count now to Zach Moon. And he'll foul that one off. And he realizes he let that one go. If he had gotten a hold of that, it would have been gone.
Yeah, maybe cussing a little under his breath there on that one.
Yeah, he missed one. He missed one, and he knows it. But he'll dig back in with a 2-1 count. And he swings and misses at that one, chasing it outside the zone, count even at 2-2.
Yeah, he wanted that pitch back, so he took a mighty hack at that one, but that one was nowhere near as placed as the last one. But
yeah, that one tailed out of the zone.
yeah, he still got another shot here.
Here's the 2-2. Inside, Moon lays off of it, and a count full.
I thought that one might have caught him on the arm there, but I guess not.
Check throw to first. Durden makes it back in time, however. And the 3-2. Misses high, and Moon manages to draw the walk. Our first moonwalk of the game.
I love every time.
You know what that means? I'm going to get a lot of letters of complaints. So runners on first and second with one out. For the second out.
The right fielder, number 34, now going.
So Goings digs in now. And first pitch misses low for ball one. We welcome you back. We had a little connection difficulty, but we're back up and running. The only thing you missed was Brian Pereira striking out for the second out, but there are runners on first and second for the Pacers with Niall Goings at the plate.
And we saw how dangerous his bat can be earlier on as he hit that long solo home run.
That one finds the lower part of the zone, count even up at 1-1. And the 1-1. Goings swings and misses at that one, and the count 1-2. And the 1-2. And a swing and a miss by Niall Goings for the strikeout and the third out. Pacers will leave a pair stranded. We go into the top of the sixth inning. Pacers still up 2-0. And we enter the top of the 6th inning. Pacers up 2-0 over the Young Harris Mountain Lions. Connor Riley still in there.
That's something we haven't seen this season, the starter going on into the 6th inning.
Well, it's been a close match, the closest match we've seen here at Roberto Hernandez in quite some time. 2-0 your score. And the first pitch curveball misses inside for ball 1. Leading things off here in the 6th, Royce Woolfolk. 0 for 2 today, but he reached on an error. This one comes inside. Woolfolk able to get out of the way.
Way inside that time.
And Riley will step off with a 2-0 count. As we said earlier, Riley having some good control with his pitches. That's kind of waned here late in the game, but they also can be attributed to fatigue.
Yeah.
And the 2-0, missing low and away as it goes all the way to the backstop and rolling out to first base. So a base hit by the backstop. I'll make the backstop, I believe, 1 for 3 today as it hit a couple foul. It's one of those nights. Is there a full moon up there? I don't know.
I don't know. There's something going on. There's something in the air tonight.
Well, there is a haze going on.
Yeah, there is. I noticed that earlier. I wasn't sure what that was.
And that pitch in there for a call strike.
Yeah.
As Woolfolk thought he'd got the pass to first base.
Yeah, I think he might have been doing a little bit of acting there, a little bit of convincing, but...
And taking a lesson from, I believe it was Tyler Ammerman. Yeah, it was Tyler Ammerman who tried that earlier on in the game. So 3-1 count now to Woolfolk. As he hits a hot one to short, picked up by Ammerman. Throw to first in time for the first out.
Solid defensive work by Ammerman in the field tonight. He's done well. I had a couple of putouts tonight.
And you have just jinxed him. What did we just talk about?
Hey, man. Hey. We'll see. We'll see.
So that will see Luke Miller come up 0 for 2. And a curveball falls back into the strike zone. And the count 0-1. The 0-1. Another curveball falling into the strike zone again, this time on the corner. Count 0-2.
He is painting those corners tonight. Our friend Bob Ross would be so proud.
Indeed he would. Indeed he would.
Our good friend Bob Ross.
Big afro and everything.
He's a longtime ally of the Pacer broadcast team.
Of course, he was doing most of his work before either of us were born.
Yeah, I think that's true.
And that one will be fouled off. Keeps the count right where it is at 0-2. In fact, I think he died before you were even born.
I think he might have died before I was born. It was either before or shortly after. It was in the 90s, I know that. We have our team of crack researchers get on that.
In other words, just pulling out our smartphones and checking out the interweb. The 0-2. Misses low and away. Tried to get him to chase. It was a good pitch, but not in the strike zone. Count 1-2.
It was a few months after I was born. He died in July 1995. I was born in November 1994.
That was 93, May of 93, so.
Happy birthday, Marcus.
It's still a few months off. Come back at the end of the season. We'll talk then. The 1-2. Line into center field. Bonilla running back for it. He's still running back, and he reaches up, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Woo-wee! Bonilla is putting together a gold glove season out there in center field.
And and you can thank his speed for that. Put another man out there. Even the speedy Mitchell Price, I don't know if he would have come up with that.
Yeah, Bonilla he's got such great instincts out there in the outfield. As soon as that ball made contact, he broke back and started running for it, and it just made an awesome play. Just excellent work in the field by Jose Bonilla.
So that will bring up Zach Odom, 0 for 2 today as well. Jose Bonilla saving what probably was going to be a double. Safe to say it would have been a double as the first pitch misses inside for ball 1.
Yeah, if not more. That one was well hit. If it had got over Bonilla, that was going to the fence.
The 1-0. Grounder through and off the lip of the infield line for a base hit.
And Mercado broke left. That's what happened on that one. He broke towards second, but that one was going right through the gap in first and second.
Well, even if he had broken on that one cleanly, if he'd gone to his left towards the first base side, it would have been tough to come up with that unless he made an excellent diving stop.
He might have had a chance for it, but it happens sometimes.
So a base hit for Zach Odom keeps the inning alive for the Mountain Lions as they have a runner on first as Zach Wall comes to the plate, 0 for 2 today. And that curveball falls into the strike zone for strike 1. And the 0-1. That one just missing. Count 1-1. And a check throw over to first. Bit closer than I thought it was going to be, but Odom makes it back in time. Another check throw to first. Odom back again. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Count 1-2.
Nice pitch from Riley that time. Got him to chase up in the zone.
Yeah, it just went with a straight heater there. Trying to reach deeper into his pockets, pull out whatever tricks he's got left.
This may be his final inning, so you might as well impress.
The Pacer bullpen is stirring right now. Another check throw to first. And the 1-2. Curveball just missing a bit high.
Oh, just missing is the word for that. Wow, that was close.
He's been flirting with that corner all night long, and this time he was unable to get the call. So the count will be even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Pacers up 2-0. So a bunch of 2s up there.
Hey, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
I told you I'd get one later. Check swing. They're going to appeal. And he did not go according to the field ump. So the count 3-2. Count full now to Zach Wall. And the pitch from Riley as the runner goes. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Once again, the 3-2 pitch. Right down the middle for a call, strike 3. And that'll do it here in the top of the 6th inning. The Mountain Lions leave one stranded as it's 2-0 going into the bottom half of the inning. And we enter the bottom of the 6th inning. Marcus Johnson along with Jordan Phillips here from Roberto Hernandez Stadium. Pacers leading 2-0 as Dalton Weeks leads things off for the Pacers. And Weeks hits a high fly ball into right field. Sexton tracking it and makes the catch for the first out.
Shortstop number 8, Tyler Ammerman.
And that will bring up Tyler Ammerman, 0 for 1 with a walk today. First pitch right down the middle for strike 1. The 0-1. Fouled off, out of play. A count 0-2.
Must admit, I'm in love with Livingston's glove. I love the white. Looks great. I love seeing that, seeing players throwing a little spin on things.
I'm nodding my head in semi-approval. The 0-2 to Ammerman. This is way outside, trying to get him to chase, but a little too far. And the 0-2, or 1-2 I say, fouled off. Count stays right where it is. Once again, the 1-2 pitch. Just missing inside. Ammerman flirting with danger there. That's been called a strike many times tonight. And the count 2-2.
Yeah, we've got a nice little pitching duel going between Riley and Livingston tonight.
Both have had solid outings. As that pitch is fouled straight into the dirt. Count stays right where it is. Livingston only giving up 2 runs on 8 hits with with no errors actually, and Pacers 0 runs on 2 hits for Riley with 1 error. It's been a close matchup between these two pitchers as we have a ground ball to short Long throw to first base. The stretch is in time
Wow.
for the second out. Excellent job to get that ball all the way from the outfield grass, pretty much.
Yeah, that was in shallow left, and Odom cannoned that one over to first to get Ammerman before he could make the trip to first. That was awesome defensive effort from Odom. I don't know how he managed to get that one in there in time.
Well, he did it, and it's 2 down for Skylar Mercado, 1 for 2 today with a single. First pitch misses low and away for ball 1. Fouled off, evens the count up at 1-1. Fly ball into right field, going back at the track near the wall, and it will be caught by Sexton for the third and final out. So Mercado flirting with a home run, just a little bit short. Will sit the Pacers down 1-2-3 this inning as we go into the top of the 7th inning. 2-0 still the score. And welcome to the top of the 7th inning of Pacer Baseball, presented by Willie Jewell's Barbecue. Pacers leading 2-0, and they will go to their bullpen as Connor Riley finishes off with 6 full innings of work and 7 strikeouts. And they pulled Jimmy Lynch out of the pen as he throws the first pitch strike to the leadoff man, Zach Beggs. Boggs is another person who happens to be in the Hall of Fame. The 0-1, and that's going to go off the shoe of Beggs, and leadoff man will be hit by a pitch and trot on down to first.
Well, that's never good. That's never how you want to start off the inning.
Number 21, Rudy Guyana.
So Guyana comes up now. Guyana 0 for 1 with a walk. Got a runner on first base and nobody out. And a swing and a miss at the first pitch from Lynch for strike one.
It's a nice pitch from Lynch. Had some heat on it.
And the 0-1 breaks into the strike zone. Count 0-2. And Lynch steps off the rubber. So we still await the 0-2 pitch. Just missing
Ooh.
outside.
Oh, looked like he wanted to throw a strike there, but he pulled it back at the last second. Gonna check the field up, see if he went around on that one.
Quite possibly.
He pulled that hand up. I thought he was going to throw it out, but
The count 1-2. And there is a foul tip into the glove of Durden for the strikeout and the first out.
The catcher, number 26, Corey Ewald.
And Corey Ewald steps up. 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base. He's got a runner on first and only one out. And the first pitch will miss for ball one. This time Lynch finds the strike zone, evens the count up at 1-1. One is in the dirt. Durden able to block it. And the count 2-1. 2-1, runner goes, and it's going to be a fly ball into right field. Goings chasing after it, makes the catch, and hustling back to first is Beggs.
Yeah, Beggs wisely headed back once he saw Goings tracking that one down. That one could have been tragic for the Mountain Lions.
Getting that unconventional double play that I always talk about.
And wouldn't that bring some vindication to you, Marcus?
Yeah, it actually, you know what? It actually would. It actually would.
Drink it in, boys.
I have my reasons behind that. That's going to be lined into center field. But Bonilla is there for the catch and the final out. So we're going into the 7th inning stretch with the Pacers up 2-0 over the Mountain Lions. And we come out of the 7th inning stretch with Jose Bonilla leading things off for USC Aiken as they lead Young Harris 2-0. And while the Pacers have gone to their bullpen, Young Harris is keeping Michael Livingston out there, and why not? He's pitched a good game.
Yeah, he's given up a few hits, but he's managed to work himself out of trouble.
Yeah, only 2 runs, and one of those was a home run.
Yeah, one of those was a solo shot home run. You can't really say much negative about Livingston. He's had a nice game, and if they're confident in his ability to continue on into it, why not?
Save your bullpen for the rest of the series, and maybe catch the Pacers a little tired as the weekend goes on.
And as the Pacers work their way into their bullpen, you might even be able to get yourself in the lead here if you're the Young Harris Mountain Lions.
It's only 2-0. Anything can happen.
Yeah, it's a very close game.
One man on and one swing of the bat. It's a whole different ball game. Right now, Bonilla working with a 2-0 count as he foul tips that pitch into the glove for strike 1. Coming into this inning, Livingston has pitched solid 6 innings of work with 6 strikeouts. As a pop-up here in shallow left field, and that will be caught by the shortstop Odom for the first out.
Left fielder number 1, Mitchell Price.
That brings up Mitchell Price. 1 for 3 with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. One of the 2 runs that the Pacers have gotten today. First pitch to Price. A swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 1.
Yeah, he took a mighty hack at that one. If he had caught up to that, that could have spelled trouble for the Mountain Lions.
And Price lays off the curveball, which ducks out of the way. And the count 1-1. There we go. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Mitchell Price, number 1, at the plate.
I'm glad you got it.
And a swing and a miss there ruins it. Count 1-2.
That's the Marcus we all know and love.
Well, you know me. I don't know if you love me. Count 1-2. And the curveball misses low. Count 2-2.
We spend too much time in this booth together.
Yeah, you start going a little crazy up here. Cabin fever and all. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mitchell Price. And he'll foul that one off. Keep the count right where it is. And the 2-2. Foul tipped into the glove. And Price goes down on strikes for the second out.
That's his second strikeout of the day, is it not?
That is correct. So Livingston picks up another strikeout. That makes it 7 on the night. And that'll bring Connor Durden to the plate. 2 for 3 with an RBI single, a regular single, and a strikeout. He comes up with 2 down and nobody on. And he swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. Misses outside, 1-1. And just missing the strike zone on a fastball that was a bit low. Count 2-1. Fouled off, and Durden will even the count up at 2-2. And The breaking ball misses low in the dirt. And Connor Durden has worked a full count. High and outside, and Durden will take the free pass to first base. A 2-out walk will put a runner on first and bring Zach Moon up. Moon 0 for 2 with a walk. Flirted with a home run as he ripped one foul. As we said, half a second later on that pitch, and he would have sent it out.
And Moon with the kind of power needed to do that at any time.
As that ball in the dirt, a couple feet in front of the plate. The 1-0. Also in the dirt. Count 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Zach Moon with 2 men down. And a runner on first base here in the bottom of the 7th as the Pacers lead the Young Harris Mountain Lions 2-0. Moon takes a mighty swing at that and misses for strike 1.
I fear what would have happened to that ball if he'd got a hold of it.
We would be holding a memorial service in the morning.
I think so.
Two 2-1. Ooh, that was a tough pitch to lay off of, but Moon did and manages to get a 3-1 count. And the pitch from Livingston popped up. Foul territory and out of play. So the count full now to Zach Moon. Moon already with 1 moonwalk today, looking for, well, not really looking for his second moonwalk, but I'm sure he'll take it.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd gladly accept a moonwalk at this point. I'm sure Coach Kenny Thomas would as well.
The 3-2. Grounded foul into the Pacer dugout. So still a full count to Zach Moon. Obviously, we will see Durden take off on this next pitch, which he does. And it's a curveball right down the middle, and Zach Moon goes down looking for the 3rd out. So the Pacers will leave another one stranded as we go into the top of the 8th inning. Pacers still clinging to that 2-0 lead. And we return, top of the 8th inning coming up here on the USC Aiken Pacer broadcast presented by Willie Jewell's Barbecue. I'm Marcus Johnson, and along with Jordan Phillips, thank you once again for sticking with us.
We very much appreciate you checking us out tonight and watching the game with us.
We're so lonely.
We we have the audience, Marcus. That's all we need.
You're right. You're right.
We
You're
have
right.
the audience and each other.
And we got Joe over in the next room.
And Joe and Cody and everybody on the other side.
So 1-1 count now to the leadoff man, Nick Sexton, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And he'll take another strike there to make it 1-2. Jimmy Lynch still on the mound for the Pacers in relief.
Kenny Thomas being a bit more aggressive with his pitchers tonight.
Well, it's a close game, and you can't afford to fool around with your bullpen in this situation. You got a pitcher who's doing well. You got to stick with them until.
Yeah, we saw Riley go 6 innings. Now Jimmy Lynch's here and him start the start of his second.
Yeah, and he's got a 2-2 count to number 2-2.
I can only imagine that after this we'll see Cantrell on to pitch the 9th.
It's a possibility. And a swing and a miss here will give Jimmy Lynch another strikeout. And Nick Sexton will go down for the first out.
The center fielder, number 14, Royce Wolford.
And we're up to the top of the order. Royce Woolfolk. Woolfolk 0 for 3 today, reached on an error and struck out. And the first pitch in there for strike one. Swing and a miss. Got him chasing one out of the zone in the count 0-2. Ooh, breaking ball just missing on the outside corner. Well, not really the outside corner, but just past it. Count 1-2. Bit high and inside, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Oh, Lynch flirting with that corner again. Picking up right where Connor Riley left off and not getting the call, though, and the count full. That ball's going to get away low and outside for ball 4. And that'll put a man on first with 1 out.
Designated hitter, number 18, Luke Miller.
And now Luke Miller stepping up. Miller 0 for 3 today.
And what a bummer that was for Lynch after throwing 2 straight strikes and throws 4 straight balls to give up the walk.
Well, he was putting some nice pitches out there trying to get the call on the outside corner, which it's happened tonight quite often. This time, however, just wasn't able to get that call. A runner on first and 1 down for Luke Miller. First pitch right there for strike 1. Check throw to first. That's going to get away from Pereira and go all the way to the fence, and that will allow Woolfolk to head on down to second. So a wild throw from Jimmy Lynch puts a runner in scoring position with only 1 down.
Now we're going to see a meeting on the mound between Norton and Lynch.
Changing up the signs probably, as now there is a runner who's got clear access to what Durden's putting down. Oh, 0-1 count to Luke Miller. foul that one off to make the count 0-2. Another quick 0-2 count to the batter. Remember last time that happened, Woolfolk walked.
Yeah, let's hope this result a little bit better for Lynch this time around.
The 0-2. That'll go foul as well into the Pacer dugout. Count stays at 0-2. The 0-2 misses high, 1-2. And here's the 1-2 pitch from Lynch, and it's a swing and a miss for out number 2.
Great pitch by Lynch that time. Put that one on a string, dropped it out of the zone. Nice job.
And that brings up Zach Odom, 1 for 3 today with a single, his last time up. And he's got a runner in scoring position. Only a 2-0 lead for the Pacers here in the top of the 8th inning. First pitch low and away for ball 1. The 1-0. Right down the middle, evens the count up at 1-1. And the 1-1 to Odom. Right down the pipe with a straight heater.
Yeah.
Count 1-2.
I got this crowd excited.
And whenever you get Jimmy Lynch fastball, might see a little bit of smoke trailing off those laces.
Yeah, his fastball is something to behold.
And the 1-2. On the outside corner, and down looking goes Odom for the third out. So Jimmy Lynch strikes out the side and leaves a runner stranded at second. As we go into the bottom of the 8th inning, Pacers still holding on to that 2-0 lead. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Pacers lead the Mountain Lions 2-0. And Young Harris will go to their bullpen and pull out Jake Tomelovich. Tomelovich coming in now after Michael Livingston went 7 full innings with 8 strikeouts, 8 hits, and 2 earned runs. So not too bad, not too bad.
Definitely not. It was a nice outing for Livingston. Just kind of feel for him that his offense wasn't able to get a little bit more done for him tonight.
Yeah, it's true. This was one of those matchups that you kind of feel for whoever gets the loss because both pitchers did a good job.
Oh, yeah, both pitchers did fantastic. Riley had an awesome start. So did Livingston. I mean, both guys just came out and left it all out there on the diamond. Did great work, both of them.
Leading things off, John Banks coming in. Banks will be in to hit for Brian Pereira. And first pitch to John Banks is in there for strike 1. And the 0-1 misses inside, 1-1. The 1-1. This is low and inside again, 2-1. That's grounded down the third base side, foul. So count even now to John Banks at 2-2. And a call of time here as a ball rolls in from the into the outfield from the Pacer bullpen. And we're all set as Banks digs in and waits the 2-2 pitch. And he swings and misses at that one for the strikeout and the first out of the 8th.
Right fielder number 34, Niall Goings.
And that brings Niall Goings to the plate. 1 for 3 today, but that one hit was a solo shot. A high towering solo shot out into left field, which put the score where it is right now at 2-0.
Yeah, it was a big, huge home run from Goings, that one.
And another visit to the mound. Mostly going over how to pitch to Niall Goings. Obviously, he's shown he has power.
Yeah, he's not a guy you can overlook in this Pacer lineup. He's been red hot this season. He's had a great game tonight as well.
And he certainly earned his spot starting tonight and possibly future games. The meeting on the mound concludes as Goings gets set.
And if things continue along this trend, I think he might be the nightly recipient of the Johnson Phillips Memorial Offensive Player of the Game trophy.
He's got a shot at it. The other one, Connor Durden, though, responsible for a run and 2 singles. So we'll see how things go with this at-bat as Goings gets set for the first pitch, which is outside for ball 1. The 1-0. Catches the outside corner. 1-1. That's going to be lined into right field. However, coming on and making the catch was Sexton for the second out.
Third baseman number 44, Dalton Weeks.
That brings Dalton Weeks to the plate, 0 for 3 today. First pitch to Weeks. This is inside for ball 1. Pitch outside, 2-0. And a call of time here from Weeks. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody on, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning as the Pacers lead Young Harris 2-0. That pitch will find the strike zone, make the count 2-1. Just missing with that pitch in the count 3-1. Weeks fouls that one off, and the count is full. Popped up, foul territory on the first base side, and caught by Wall for the 3rd out. The Pacers go down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. Pacers leading 2-0, looking to close it out. And we enter the top of the 9th inning. Pacers leading the Mountain Lions 2-0. And Mitch Spence comes from the Pacer bullpen to try to close it out. as he faces off against the leadoff man, Zach Wall, 0 for 3 today as he hits a high fly ball into right field, going foul and into the bullpen of Young Harris and caught by one of their pitchers out there.
That was a nice effort defensively by the Young Harris pitcher to catch that one.
So an 0-1 count.
But if I'm not mistaken, this might be the first broadcast you and I have commentated on this season with a save opportunity up.
I believe you're right about that. Most of these have been
fairly one-sided.
yeah. The 0-1, right down the middle, count 0-2. Couple defensive changes for the Pacers. Niall Goings takes a seat on the bench, and Luke Westerberg will go out there into right field. And Joey Smithers replaces Skylar Mercado at second base. Yeah, the 0-2 from Spence. Low and away, trying to get him to chase. Count 1-2. In the dirt, good 5 feet in front of the plate. And the count even at 2-2. 2-2 pitch in the dirt again. And the count full.
Yeah, that one skied up into the air and back behind the catcher.
So 3 balls and 2 strikes here to the lead, not the leadoff man, I'm sorry. Or it is the leadoff man, and he will draw the walk. Zach Wall will lead things off and put a man on first base. That brings up Zach Beggs with a runner on first and nobody out. Beggs was hit by a pitch his last time up. Other than that, 0 for 2. First pitch outside for a ball. Ben's having trouble finding the strike zone after he threw 2 first pitch strikes. Number 1 and number 2 pitch strikes, I should say, to Zach Wall. This time he finds the strike zone and the count evened up.
And now we're back on track. Spence, the save leader for the Pacers with 1.
And we've got another bit of a timeout here. Ammerman has a word. Here's the 1-1. In the dirt again. Durden blocks it, however, and the count 2-1. So a 2-1 count now to Beggs. And that one is high and away, count 3-1. Finds the strike zone, count full.
Nice pitch by Spence that time, just painting that bottom corner.
And Spence having a little bit of trouble with his control, or his location at least. This time he got it down the middle, however, and has a 3-2 count. And a swing and a miss for the strikeout and the first out.
That was a good diving breaking ball that time.
And perhaps he heard me and wanted to prove me wrong. If that's the case, I welcome it. So 1 down and 1 on. As we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Brett Westmoreland coming on to hit.
For Mountain Lions, number 35, Brett Westmoreland.
RBI single in the first and a home run by now Goings in the third.
And that's going to be a first pitch strike for Mitch Spence. 0-1 the count.
And the 0-1 finds the strike zone again. Count 0-2. The 0-2. Inside corner and down looking goes Westmoreland for the second out.
The catcher, number 26, Corey Ewald.
So with 2 down and a runner on first, Corey Ewald steps up. 1 for 3 today with a single and a stolen base. And the first pitch just misses for ball 1. The 1-0. Grounder. Just fair down the third base side. It goes all the way to the corner as Mitchell Price picks it up. They're going to wave the runner around third. Price brings the ball into the cutoff man. There will be no play at the plate, and it's an RBI double for Corey Ewald, and the Mountain Lions are within 1.
Yeah, Price bobbled that one out in left field. I don't think it would have mattered much if he'd have fielded it cleanly. I mean, Westmoreland was on his way, or who was that on first?
Zach Wall.
Yeah, Wall was on his way around third well before Price would have been able to get that one in. But now with a man on second, you got to wonder how Spence is going to pitch this.
And Jackson Jones will pinch hit now for the Mountain Lions as they have a runner in scoring position. And they are going to call the entire infield in here to have a little conversation on the mound. This is definitely not the kind of situation the Pacers wanted to be in. Now there's a runner in scoring position at second base with 2 down. Base hit, and we're all tied up. The conference concludes at the mound. Jackson Jones will dig in. Representing a bit of either the last hope or the new hope for the Mountain Lions. First pitch, low and away for ball 1. Pitch low and inside, count 2-0. That'll find the outside corner, and the count 2-1. And the crowd from both sides voicing their displeasure at that call, or pleasure at that call, depending on who you're rooting for. The count is 2-1 to Jones. As Spence deals. Inside part of the plate, count even up at 2-2. And Spence deals the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. And the tension remains.
The tension is palpable here at the Roberto Hernandez Stadium.
Definitely one of the more stressful situations this Pacer team has found themselves in. And the 2-2 line over the head of Ammerman, and that's going to be a base hit. They're going to wave the runner around third as the ball goes all the way to the wall, and we are tied up here in the top of the ninth inning at 2 apiece. Mitch Spence unable to hold on to the lead, and now we're going to have to play a little extra baseball here in the top of the ninth.
So now what do you do if you're head coach Kenny Thomas? Do you, now that the save has been blown, do you keep Mitch Spence out there and let him try and get out of this? Or with a man on second, do you bring somebody new in?
Well, honestly, I'd say try somebody else. They have the bullpen working right now, but Spence just doesn't seem to have it locked down tonight. Got a couple of good outs, but right when they counted at 2-2, he's unable to get that strikeout. Got to be tough on the young freshman, though. Definitely not something you want to see for a young freshman. Definitely going to hurt his confidence a little bit.
Definitely, I think so. But we'll see what happens here. You might be able to bounce back after this, get this quick out, get out of the inning, and let your offense take hold.
First pitch fouled off for strike one. Nick Sexton, the batter, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. The 0-1. Just a bit high, count 1-1. Fouled off again, 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. All tied up at 2 runs apiece here in the top of the ninth inning. In the dirt. They're unable to scoop it up quickly, though. And the count even at 2-2. And Spence deals. Swing and a miss. And down on strikes for the third out goes Nick Sexton, but the damage has been done as the Mountain Lions fight back and score 2 in the top of the ninth to send us into the bottom of the ninth inning. And we enter the bottom of the 9th inning after Young Harris managed to tie things up in the top of the 9th at 2. Tyler Ammerman will lead things off for the Pacers. 0 for 2 today with a walk. First pitch to Ammerman comes inside for ball 1. New pitcher on the mound for the Mountain Lions, Zach Hopkins, replaces Jake Tomilovich. I had to say that slowly. And the count now 2-0 to Ammerman. And the 2-0. Misses high, 3-0. The 3-0 pitch to Ammerman. That'll find the strike zone, and the count 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Fouled off by Ammerman, the count full. And the pitch misses outside for ball 4, and Tyler Ammerman draws the leadoff walk.
Good way to start the inning for the Pacers.
That's how it started for the Mountain Lions last inning, when Zach Wall led off the inning with a walk and came around to score. And a pinch hitter here for, well, not really for, well, I guess you could say it's for Skylar Mercado. Mercado was replaced by Joey Smithers in the top of this inning, and Luke Westerberg will pinch hit for him. So runner on first and nobody out for Westerberg. As he sets up for his first at-bat, check throw to first. You know the reason why we're in the bottom of the 9th inning?
Why?
Because I had the audacity to think that this game is going at a good pace. I thought it, I didn't even say it, and it still happened.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I thought it too.
Okay, so I'm not alone. Show a bunt here by Westerberg. He pulls it back as the pitch is outside for ball 1.
Back around inning number 5, I was like, we're making good progress here.
No, I was saying, I said that only in the bottom of the 8th inning. I looked down and I'm like, oh, well, 2.5 hours. It's a pretty good time, and now here we are at 3 hours. The 1-0 count now to Westerberg. Shows bunt again, and that's going to come in at his head. Westerberg able to duck out of the way quickly, and the count 2-0. Think that was a brushback pitch?
It's possible.
That looked like that. Trying to dare him to bunt again. And the 2-0 to Westerberg. He shows bunt. It goes outside. And the count 3-0. As the fact that he's showing bunt is causing Hopkins to kind of pitch around him a little bit. We'll see what happens here. No room for error. Otherwise, you don't even need the bunt to get the walk.
Not at all. You get both men on. No need for the sacrifice.
The 3-0. That misses high. And Luke Westerberg able to draw the walk by showing the bunt. And that puts runners on first and second with nobody out.
And the hot-hitting Jose Bonilla comes up.
Center fielder number 4, Jose.
Yeah, Jose Bonilla coming up. 2 for 4 today with a double and a single. And a chance here to put his name into the Pacer history books with a walk-off. And by that I just mean, be the hero for the night.
For the night, yeah.
And we're going to have a meeting on the mound, and they are going to go to the bullpen. Young Harris will make the call to the bullpen with runners on first and second for USC Aiken. We're in the bottom of the ninth. It's all tied up at 2. And we're back, bottom of the ninth inning. Pacers have 2 on and nobody out. We're all tied up at 2 apiece here. Jose Bonilla digs in. Jack Ganter, the new pitcher for the Mountain Lions.
And he's going to hit Bonilla.
And Bonilla will head on down to first base, and the bases are loaded. What is it that you have been wanting?
Walk off balk. It is in play, boys.
The walk-off balk is in play.
The walk-off balk is more in play now than it has ever been, and I have never been as excited as I am in this moment right now.
We will see what happens as Mitchell Price digs in with the bases loaded and nobody out.
Come on, just one foot off that rubber. Come on, man. You can do it for me. You can make my dreams come true.
And Price pops it up, foul behind the plate and out of play. Price 1 for 4 today with a single and a run scored. Second time the Pacers have had bases loaded tonight. Trying to capitalize this time. And the 0-1. Ooh, just missing low. Price gambling, laying off that one. But the gamble paid off in the count 1-1. The 1-1. Popped up, foul territory, out of play. And you definitely do not want to foul out in foul territory or in the infield like this.
Yeah, definitely not. If you're gonna foul out, if you're gonna pop out here, you want to get it lifted, get it out to center, or maybe right.
You've got Tyler Ammerman at third. He's got enough speed.
Yeah, he's a fairly speedy player. He can get there.
So 1-2 pitch to Price coming up. Misses outside, count 2-2. Price showing some discipline, not chasing after it. Keeping the butterflies in his stomach at bay. And Price swings and misses at it, got a little too eager on one inside, and he goes down on strikes for the first out.
The catcher, number 30, Connor Durden.
That brings up Connor Durden. Durden 2 for 3 today with a pair of singles, 1 RBI, a walk, and a strikeout. And another meeting coming up on the mound. Not sure if they're going to go to the bullpen or not. And they are going to the bullpen once again. They're going to stretch this one out as long as they can. The bases are loaded. There is one man down. Connor Durden stepping up to the plate when we come back. And welcome back, folks. 2-2 your score here in the bottom of the ninth inning. The Pacers have the bases loaded as Connor Durden steps to the plate. New pitcher for the Mountain Lions, Connor Casey. And the first pitch to Durden. Finds the strike zone, count 0-1. The 0-1 just misses, 1-1. One pitch. This is low and away, 2-1. The 2-1. Outside corner, 2-2. Two pitch to Durden. Just misses high and outside, and the count is full to Connor Durden.
Whew, what a bold move laying off of that one.
That was a gamble. They've been gambling all night, but it's a full count. Bases loaded. Margin of error gone. base hit in the center field. A walk-off base hit for Connor Durden. And the Pacers win it in the bottom of the 9th inning. 3-2 your score. Connor Durden, the hero of the night.
What a play by Durden. He saw that fastball come in over the heart of the plate and just ripped it right up between short and second. Dropped it into center field. Walk-off single. That's all he needed, and that's what he got.
So I think it's safe to say that Connor Durden earns the MVP of the night.
Absolutely.
And he also had some good plays behind the plate. So we'll give the defensive one to both starting pitchers. They both had a heck of a game.
They've earned it.
And as sad as it is that Connor Riley couldn't get the win, at least we can say that Livingston didn't get the loss.
That's true.
So Pacers win it 3-2 on a walk-off base hit by Connor Durden, his third of the night with his second RBI. And we will be back in action tomorrow for Game 2 of Pacers versus Mountain Lions, February 25th. That'll be at 2 p.m. And then we'll close things out on Sunday at 1 p.m. against Young Harris. But I'm Marcus Johnson, and for Jordan Phillips, thank you for joining us, and have a good one.